with the -20 thing that got nerfed.
User entered your channel.
There we go. Welcome.
Hey there, Nick. How you doing?
Good,
Hello
thank
there.
you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hopefully, I sound good. Do I sound good?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Literally just installed all of this, and unfortunately, your stream just crashed. Ugh, bad.
Did my stream crash?
No, on my side. My computer's
Oh, okay.
running like 90 million things at the same time, so
Okay.
I'm just trying to like everything organized and situated. So hi, yeah, I am Celestrata. I'm on the live streams every week. I work for Trion. I'm the community manager for the game, and I was just bouncing around streams and watching everybody. I saw you were playing, so I thought I'd just drop by and see questions. So
Very kind
I'm
of you.
happy to actually answer these questions. Skill queue. But this is a long story, and that's why I don't want to type it all in chat, because there's a lot to skill queue and why we're implementing it and why it's so important. So in the original version of ArcheAge, on the Korean version, as someone just noted in chat, Korea has very fast ping. They have an amazingly good set of internet, and they don't like their skills function dynamically differently in Korean ArcheAge than they do in the American ArcheAge. They have the ability to simply like stop animations and switch between skills very rapidly because the server and client speaks to each other so fast. With the North American and European versions of ArcheAge, we didn't want them to be so ping dependent. We wanted them to be where a person with 150 millisecond ping can actually perform and play as well as someone with like a 30 or a 50. And that was extremely important to us when we were building the game. So in order to facilitate that, Axel put together different versions for our original skills, and they were things like endless arrows, triple strike, rapid, triple slash, rapid strikes, mana stars, drop back fireball. These are all examples of skills that were modified for our version.
Yeah.
And what they did was, no matter what, once the button was pressed, it would fire off a set volley, and then it would stop and wait for the next skill input, which was good. It mitigated the ping issue, but it also, for PvPers and for people who are looking for high performance, they can't do the same things that they can do in the other versions of ArcheAge. They can't interweave skills. They have sometimes, even if you have a high ping on our current version, there's delays between you using a skill. So you press endless arrows once, it will fire off, and then you'll notice a delay between your next volley of endless arrows because your ping is so high. Overall, we did not like that, and we wanted to fix it. Enter skill queue. Skill queue basically opens up a window at the very end of the skill where the server begins listening and sensing for another input, basically. So right at the end of the skill, it listens for your next action, and it queues it up on our side, and then it will immediately fire it off. So in doing so, it removes that delay and removes that issue between pings. Because basically it's listening earlier, getting the command earlier, and then setting you up for your next thing already. And it will do this for everyone. That's the goal of skill queue. Unfortunately, skill queue has brought about a bunch of other bugs, which our PTS testers have found, and which we've seen in other variants, in which case, this is what we call the God's Whip issue. It's where someone walks in and then ignites 16 God's Whips all at the same time, because skill queue is listening for the next iteration of God's Whip. It accepts the command, and it accepts it 16 times, and someone just blows up in literally under a second. It's insane. We've been talking with XL about it, they've been looking into it, they're having trouble reproducing that issue, but we can see it and we can reproduce it on our side. So we went with the decision of disabling skill queue for this iteration. With skill queue disabled though, and all of the skills flip back to their Korean equivalents, that's why everyone's animations are now activating slower. Like endless arrows, for example, it's literally listening between each arrow and waiting for that next command by you holding down the button. So it's firing so slow because you're seeing literally how fast you're communicating with the game. That's why it's affected by lag. The hope here, and what we're doing right now, is working with XL to fix skill queue permanently. No more of this going back to the old versions of skills and then waiting for the next iteration of skill queue to come along. We're working really hard and very rapidly to get a skill queue activated on the live servers so that we can keep these better versions of these skills, make it so everyone, regardless of ping, can perform on the same level as well, and just basically clean up a lot of issues with the game.
So is that all the result of just... Yeah, I understand why you didn't type that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
all that is going to change just by doing the animation cancellation?
Animation, it's partially animation cancellation. It's more about the way the server and client hear each other. For skilled PvP players, I guess there's two different benefits here. For skilled PvP players, you get the new benefit of being able to weave your attacks between each other. You can now animation cancel much more effectively, and you can probably play a little bit better. For people who aren't super hardcore PvPers, who are more just casual players, the benefit to you is that regardless of ping, you'll be performing on the same level as everybody else. You won't have those odd delays between skills. You won't have those odd issues where you'll fire something off and then it won't activate quick enough and someone else beats you to the punch. That is what skill queue is really. That's the
but by doing it this way, it slows everybody, right?
It's not that it slows everyone. It's just that no, it's actually speeding everybody up because it's listening for those commands. It's setting you up ahead of time, and it's less dependent on you pushing a button in that exact second, and more about getting everyone literally on like the same beats and everyone being able to queue up commands ahead of time.
Okay.
So that no one's like no one gets caught in a situation where they're ramming the button, but because their computer did not respond to our servers fast enough, they are now getting blocked out of like putting up their invulnerability, you know, setting off that stun, etc.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to try it in order to understand it fully.
A little bit more with what's going on here. It is a huge issue for us. It is a really important issue. It's literally like I walk in the morning and I say to the team, "What's going on? tell me what's up on this."
I know it is the main subject for a lot of us. I've been playing since Alpha Day 1, and always been a Primeval and a Stone Arrow, stuff like that. And it did push me into doing something else because of what was going on there. So hopefully it'll get people back in more archery for stuff. But I think there's still a lot of doubt if you're going that direction.
Yes, I think archery is in like one of those other types of situations right now where a lot of people have reported to us that archery is underpowered, and that is something we are very receptive of as well. In fact, we've had discussions with XL saying, hey, you know, our players keep telling us that archery is currently underpowered in our version. But the problem there is our version is 2 versions behind theirs. They have a few other versions, and then they have the major 2.5 update, which they just released in Korea. So for them, their class balance is very different from ours. And this comes down to maintaining separate copies of the game across not only just us, but also Russia and Japan, in which we're all in different states, and we are all at different versions, and we all have different issues.
Yeah.
So it's coming, like for class balance, what usually happens is XL changes a class, balances it out, and then we'll get the update down the line whenever it comes out. So like we know that in the 2.5 update, archers have been changed and they have been buffed. But it's either, you know, we get to sit in this situation where it's like, well, we can wait for that update to come to us, but what can we do to forward it? What can we do to maybe change that up? And then XL's looking into if they can bring those changes down to our version, or do they require like engineering changes that are in 2.5 that aren't in our version. There's been situations like that. Like one of our new costumes, we couldn't put it into the game any earlier because it has a different rendering script on it that wasn't available until we got to 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah. So while Korea got it months ago, everyone's like, well, why don't you introduce it? It's just a costume. Well, it's reliant on something else in their version that we don't have yet. And so they have to check that out, and they have to make sure that it plays nicely with our version of ArcheAge. Yeah. Then they bring the change down, then they have to validate it and test, etc., etc., etc. But definitely archery needs to be looked at. I think that the community is like rallied against that, to the point where they've made Merv, Amanda, and I all play Archery on Morpheus. I'm not sure if you know that.
No,
Yeah, they voted to actually make us all play Archery. I'm a Stone Arrow, Merv's a Primeval, and Amanda is an Oracle.
and what, you're running around with a gear score of 7k or something?
I wish I was running around with gear
okay.
score 70. I think my poor Morpheus character just hit 45 today. Merv is the one. He's been regrading like a crazy man. He got a Divine one night on the stream. We were streaming. He YOLO regraded and got a Divine, and of course
Everybody was rolling rigged.
I sat there. I was like, even I think you rigged it, and I know you.
You just muted yourself.
Oh yeah, I just my thing just locked up. It has a automatic lock function on my computer. Ooh.
I don't know. Are you reading chat? Because there's a lot of questions pushing up here.
Yeah, do you want to toss any out, or you think of any? You're like the host. I don't want to intrude on your space.
No.
You're dropping by.
You're more than welcome.
Can I be totally random?
Yes, of course, Sana.
Any chance the Black Pegasus will come in game?
Any chance the what will come in game?
The Black Pegasus.
The Black Pegasus.
I mean,
yes.
right now you have
the
White Pegasus for loyalty
right.
points.
Yeah, we have the
But
White
Korean
Pegasus.
have the black one, and that one is way more
Torex,
cooler.
thank you for the follow.
Yes, it is. There is a chance that will come into game. I know we're talking about it, and I don't know what the date has been set for it yet, if any. But it is something that we have been looking at. Those are things we like pulling down and are really excited about. And I know a lot of people are excited about the Black Pegasus as well.
Cool. Let's see. Any of the Halloween boxes in boxes? What? I'm trying to
Already the
understand.
Halloween
The
boxes
Halloween
in
boxes.
boxes, and if so, which are? I have not seen the full list of what costumes will be in boxes. I know they will be split amongst the marketplace, loyalty, merit, and credits in order to get different ways to grab different costumes. I also know that the furniture is going to be available in a giant pack, which will be coming out this Friday. But the costumes will not be coming out until next week on Friday.
Okay. Back to when we were discussing ping. Someone asked about if with the backdrop that is not ping related, some bug going on. Let me just see if I can find that.
Yeah,
Is this a backdrop flame bolt?
Yeah, backdrop.
Yeah.
Backdrop fireball. Yes. Currently on the live server, skill queue is not enabled. There is no skill queue on the live server.
User entered your channel.
It's all very dependent on ping, unfortunately, which is why Endless Arrows is moving so slowly, which is why Backdrop Flame Bolt is not casting the normal amount of flame bolts you would expect. Once skill queue is fixed and enabled on the live servers, it will fix those issues.
Okay, cool. Eris, welcome in chat. Trion's in chat. Have you got any questions?
Oh, no, I'm good right now. I thought that sounded very official, though.
Yeah, right? Let me just see. Yeah, a lot of people back to the archery. That's also the thing that I felt. The reason that I left wasn't really the ping-related things. That were more of the... what was that? Just get all these down here. Oh my god, my chat is going crazy here. What is that, Stalker's Mark? Is that the one everybody's talking about?
What about Stalker's Mark?
I'm trying to figure it out here.
Yeah. I see one question, are we in Dallas? No, we're in Austin, Texas, actually. And just for like comparison's sake, I live like down the street from the server, and I was like trying to use Endless Arrows last night, and even I was like, geez, it's a little slow now.
I can't find it. It's gone. Okay, let's see. Any of you guys have any questions? Time to ask. Any graphicals planned for future updates or optimization? I guess that's pretty more Excel side, right?
That's Excel centric. I don't know actually off the top of my head. I haven't heard them mention anything like that. I'm certain they're always doing changes and additions. Like I said, that new costume, the way the cloak on it shimmers, that's a new type of renderer for the game. So clearly they are interested in that. I don't know the current status of what they're looking at for something like that though.
Okay.
We can definitely check it out though. We can ask.
Someone is asking if there's any evolutionary things going on, because one guild.
Yep. Any future evolutions? You
Yeah.
know, we did this to do one evolution. That is the goal. We don't want to put everyone through that.
Yeah, with the Evo
all
servers.
of that all over again. No, I don't want to say it will never ever happen again, because it could. But at the same time, that's not something we're planning on right now, and it's not something we're planning on for the near future, like, or even the year out. You know, that's something that we want to avoid as much as possible.
Okay.
I have a question from you from an old friend of mine that's not in chat. Is that when ArcheAge just started, there was two other optional characters, the dwarf and
The Warborn.
Yeah.
The
Are they
Warborn.
coming in game at any point?
We keep. I'm gonna dance around that one. Maybe. Everyone keeps asking when Dwarf and Warborn are going to be added. They're really cool. We don't have dates on those, but there are dwarves in game. If everyone's noticed. Hint, hint.
Yes, there are many dwarfs in game,
Yeah.
but they're not characterable.
Not characters, not quite yet.
Do we know
But
when the 2.5 patch is going to come to the EU and North America?
We are looking at it right now. In fact, we are testing it out as part of our process. We don't have a date set on that yet. Obviously, one of our big goals is to speed up how close we are to the Korean version. There's a variety of good things that comes out of this. One, you get content faster. Two, it allows us to be closer to their version, which means we can actually make suggestions and changes much more easily. And then when we do, you guys don't have to wait 3 or 4 version updates for us to get them. So it's soon as possible, but no set date for that yet. But
Another question I
getting
see
closer.
going around in chat is with the Griffin and the new servers. Is there any chance of that happening? Or is that a closed topic?
Griffin's a closed topic at this point. The Brown Griffin is out. It was used in here at the Heroes Welcome promotion.
Yeah.
It was specifically kind of designed not to land on Morpheus and Rangora, not to influence the launch state of those servers. However, the Black and White Griffins will be coming as well.
Cool.
So Morpheus and Rangora will be included in those.
Nice. I don't know if this goes back to the ping thing. There's a question, will triple slash get reverted back to the bat system, locked into animation, or will I be able to hit once with it and then continue with my combo? This new update has really helped my playstyle.
The idea is to keep triple slash into its current iteration, which is you can choose to hit once, you can choose to hit twice, you can choose to hit 3 times. It is up to you. GoQ, of course, will solve all the problems with like the delays and how slow it moves. But yeah, we are definitely trying to keep triple slash and all the changes in place.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the way it functions in Korea as well. So we want to keep that.
So, even with that change coming, that's still going to be the way it functions?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Last one here in chat. If there are no future evolutions for servers that are one-sided, could you disable transfers to one-sided when that option becomes available?
Yes, actually. The technology would allow us to actually flip on and off transfers. In fact, we would do that. We would want to make sure that we're keeping balance. There is a tricky thing about balance, though, in that we can look at active characters and we can look at the way the server is balanced. For example, Morpheus and Rangora are some of our most balanced servers. But at least on Morpheus, everyone's always telling me, West always gets their butt kicked in PvP. East always dominates. Why is that? East shows up to more events, and that's something we've been seeing. Even though they have similar active character numbers, not everyone's a PvPer. And we can't, it's hard to predict that at times, right? Like, it looks balanced, it should be balanced, but if people don't show up to events, if people don't participate in PvP, it leads to imbalance frequently. But yeah, we do look at the numbers of active characters, we do look at how balance is working between the servers, and we do try and do what we can to actually keep them balanced. But even then, there will always be some flip-flop between balances.
I think oh, sorry?
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead, Sandy.
The server transactions, like right now I have characters in Iena that has the Griffin. If the server transaction becomes available, would I be able to take my character of Iena to Rangora with driven and everything.
Aha. Morpheus and Rangor are staying out of the server transfers.
Fuck my life.
Sorry. Yeah, due to the state of those servers and the way they are, that they are separate servers, completely cut off from like the rest of the regions and the things that have impacted the regions, they are staying out of the server transfers. People from Morpheus and Rangora may be allowed to transfer off of them, but no new players would be allowed to transfer onto them.
Okay. I have this another question about the same topic. Like I've played also since alpha, and there was one time that you could buy a 24 by 24 solar scarecrow or Luna.
Yep.
Is it possible to transfer that one? Because you could only buy that once and then never again.
Correct.
You could only buy one.
Right now we don't offer that. We don't allow like the transfer of that to Morpheus and Rangora. It's a question I really need to dig in more to, like if we want to allow that or not.
Yeah,
right now we don't.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
Oh yeah, I was just saying right now we don't, and but that could change.
I mean, yeah, because land doesn't have anything to do with PvP or gear score. You pay credits to have some land, and it's now sitting on a server that you don't use anymore.
Right, and I've had a couple people bring that up in the forums and to me personally. It's something I'll make a note of it right now while I'm sitting here, and I will ask about it and see what our decision on that is.
Cool. I've depleted chat, so if you got anything to talk about concerning the update.
We're talking with ArcheAge support. I am Serafina Celestrada Brennan. I am the community manager for ArcheAge. If you ever look on the forums, I'm the one posting pretty much all the time. Constantly. I've also been on the weekly live streams. I'm live streaming tonight, as a matter of fact. So, nice to meet you all.
Epic to have you here. Thank you so much for answering these questions.
As well.
Yeah, I'm glad I dropped by when you had
Very kind of you to come by.
You should actually go look at the stream because it's pretty fun. I follow the stream already.
Yeah, but not now. Not while I'm streaming.
Oh, not on
Wait when I go offline.
All right, expansion of the world, is that something?
Oh, that's an Excel question. I don't know. That is 100% an Excel question. I can't answer that. Yeah.
Thank you for the follow.
Yes, I should. I just noticed I wasn't following. I'm like, geez, why am I not following?
Cool. Thank you so much.
New classes, or is that all on Excel? Have they been notified about any possibilities? Yeah, that's again, game design related, Excel related. Haven't heard anything. I can say that I haven't heard anything. So no plans right now, but never know in the future. Although we have like 120 classes due to all the combinations.
I think I got enough right now. But Korean is not running anything more than that, are they? Not that I know of.
No,
It's hard enough to get these classes to level 55.
Yeah, I got enough to work with here.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of agrees on that. In fact, we have our experience is lower than Korea's. We require less experience to level up than they do.
Yeah, I remember the time when we first got to level 55, and it was way more than it is now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But okay, Koreans, they are more grinders. So.
Yes, they are. It's definitely more in their style of play.
Yeah.
Anything else, chat? I don't even play, and this is cool. Well, thank you. You should play. Give it a shot. It's free to play.
Are tree houses and Hello Kitty cars with 2.5?
Oh no, those slug cars!
I keep begging for the Hello Kitty cars. I get shot down routinely.
The banana cars from Korean.
Yeah, all sorts of fun, crazy cars. Those cars, there's the larva from Korea as well. Tree houses most likely will be coming in the future. Hello Kitty most likely won't, because that was a Japanese promotion, I believe. And the bulk Apex option, dude, I've been in your shoes. I have also been like, some days I'm like, I don't want to sit here and click this button over and over and over and over just to buy like 6 Apex, because I have to buy Apex like everybody else. We do that for fraud. there are unfortunately people who do abuse the system, steal credit cards, make unauthorized charges on people's accounts. The system will have to stay in place, unfortunately, to make sure that no one's getting, getting things stolen from them and endless amounts of money charged to their cards.
A question from a friend of mine. He's been banned, and I know from personal
Don't mention him
experience.
here.
Convict being banned? No.
Oh no! Yes, convict being banned.
Is this Conflict Gaming?
Oh no! No! This is not convict gaming at all. No, you are in TeamSpeak of Forsaken, so don't worry. No, a friend of mine has been banned, and it was said that he was using third-party thingy. But basically he didn't, and is there like any chance he can like talk about it? Because just like a lot of people, he put a lot of credits and money in that game.
We do have an appeals process. I encourage him to email appeals@trionworlds.com if he hasn't already. Unfortunately, I don't mean to be like the dourest and saddest person like when it comes to humanity, but I've also heard this many times of, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, and I didn't use any third-party programs, and you didn't like. I've had many threads come by where a person says they are not using third-party programs. We look at the account. Oh yeah, they were using third-party programs.
That's one thing that
Yeah.
we have to talk about because, well, as I said, I played early in alpha and I played for like 6 months. I left a few months for another game and came back. One thing I noticed that I was happy about is gold sellers, bots, stuff like that. You don't see it on Rangora in the same amount. It was a serious problem back in the day. So that has seriously been cleaned out, and I guess that's also because, I don't know, you're more harsh. And I'm glad you are.
Yeah. We have become much harsher.
You mentioned that though, but today, the very first time on Rangora, I got mail from a gold spammer.
Yeah.
No!
It's crazy. Is there an in-game way I can report that?
There's a small record icon, isn't there, in mail?
There is not a report icon on the mail in game. What you can do is let's get the character name and then send it to us in support chat. Support.trionworlds.com. We can look into it there.
I can
if
do
you
that.
notice bots, you can report bots in game actually now, and you can give them debuffs. Be a prime suspect. You basically click on the person, right-click their health bar, report them. It costs you a little bit of labor, but if that person gets later banned out because we investigate the account, we give you bonus labor back.
I have another question that goes in regards of the bots and the things and the program. You can download more and more mods for ArcheAge.
Yes.
Like a mod that has the teleport skill, a mod that does
settings,
things.
stuff like that.
Is there any chance that some mods will be allowed, and so yes, that it will be clear which one will be allowed?
Officially, we don't allow mods. Officially. Unofficially, there are of course mods that we don't really action against, which is the FOV mod, the KR font mod, and now just as of yesterday, the portal sorting mod, which allows you to sort your teleport portals.
Yeah.
Now, we do this because like the game doesn't have any formal mod support, and there's no really good way for a developer currently to get into the game, make something for it, and to interact with the game openly. It has to do it through back-end means, and usually ripping apart game files, and that could be dangerous to your computer. We don't have the time, unfortunately, to test all of these mods and make sure that they're all legit things, because they're also constantly being updated and changed. So it could do something to your computer, which we have to say then, well, unfortunately, that's not, we can't be held responsible because we don't officially support mods. Also, there are mods, as you pointed out, that allow bots, that allow unauthorized gameplay. Those ones we do look for, and we do take action against. Your account can be banned, and many people have. I just literally had another streamer, unfortunately. One of his accounts was caught using a mod, which was a bot program, and he was banned forever from ArcheAge, because that is our policy.
Yeah.
But unofficially, there are some mods that we won't ban your account for.
Okay.
Yep.
Chat is starting to wrap up.
That is, yeah. Is it possible you can make a Reddit sticky for the subreddit for appeals? I'll let the Reddit mods know. They're the ones who control the subreddit, not I. I just kind of chill out on there. But yeah, I'll definitely send them a message and see if it's something that they can put together.
Are you aware of the Shaman bot army on
Oh,
Morph?
the Shaman bot army, yeah. We are very well aware of the Shaman bot army. In fact, with a lot of our GMs, I think these GM, Demuteg, Stormhawk, and a couple of the other guys have been like literally just dropping by, and they'll see a whole bunch of bots, and they'll just rip the bots apart, and then they'll jump back out. It's something we're constantly checking for, and also we have automated systems to catch them. But you can keep making bots, and they can keep making new free accounts, and they find ways to circumvent and bypass our bans. We ban them as fast as possible.
But is that more on Morph, or is it just me being blind? Because I have not seen that much on Rangora.
I've seen a bunch of on Morph. I've actually run into the Shaman bot army a couple times, and I've actually sat there and then just like went down the line, went report, and then watched another chat as everyone's like, "Oh, hello bots," and then just kicking them off left and right. Yeah, it's something a bit more unique to Morpheus than Rangora, but there's definitely, we catch bots on both servers. We catch bots on all servers.
Well, it could just be me. I'm pretty naive and blind sometimes. There was one here. Paid transfers off NA servers. When are they going to happen? I want my character off Selphia. Is that a thing?
Off NA servers. When we do offer transfers, we won't offer them between regions because of the way the data works
NA
between.
or NA to EU.
Correct. They couldn't do that due to the way the character data is set up, and that's a technical limitation right now. It would be between servers though. So if you want to get off of Selphira and move to a different server in your region, you can totally do that. But even then, like we said before, there could be stipulations, i.e., you cannot transfer to Morpheus or Rangora. You can't transfer over to massively high population servers, etc.
So yeah, you said not to the new servers, but maybe from the future.
Possibly from. Yeah, it's still being worked out, but possibly from.
Okay.
How much staff is at Trion? That's a hard question because like a lot of the staff is shared resources between teams. So on the ArcheAge team, there are a group of us who are dedicated.
You muted again.
My computer keeps locking because I keep not touching the mouse. So on Trion, there are various teams who are shared between all teams. Like our creative services team, which works on most of our marketing, shared between all teams. Myself, like Amanda and Merv, we're all dedicated to ArcheAge because we are, the community manager, the producers, etc. So it's a bit more difficult to pin down exact numbers on who works on ArcheAge because it's constantly shifting, and we're bringing in different people if we need more help.
Okay, so right now, community-wise, that's 3 guys, right?
Community-wide, I mean community-facing. There's a lot more than that. There's the translation team, obviously. There's the server platform team. There's yeah, customer service. There's customer service agents who are dedicated to ArcheAge as well. Demuteg could be one of those great examples because everyone sees him a lot. But yeah, publicly, like community-facing, the 3 of us, but behind the scenes, there are many, many more people.
Okay. Someone asked up earlier on top, will there be a buy bulk Apex option? The human review thing is very annoying.
That's what I was saying about probably not. There will probably continue to be the one Apex at a time, and if we notice too many purchases, we stop the Apex purchasing in order to prevent fraud. Ooh, I think I'll take like 2 more questions, and I have to run off because my boss is asking me.
I think you've depleted chat, so...
I have to play the chat. Yeah. 2 more questions, and
go guys! Now's your chance.
Yeah, and then I will have to be pulled away because my boss is asking me questions about things I shouldn't probably answer.
I've got a crazy question then. Can we get rid of the dailies and get more interesting ones? Because I'm tired of raising horses and... How's that?
That's an Excel thing again, right?
I will put in that request for you, but I don't know.
We need more exciting dailies for Gilda anyway.
Gilda, yeah. I will definitely, I'll know. I'll pass the feedback along.
Or more options to get Gilda, that would be nice too,
yeah.
There's a long question from another streamer, Wolf on Twitch TV, in chat. I don't know if you can read it.
Oh, Wolf. Hey, Wolf. Will we see increasing marketing and game promotions and events to prevent a loss of players? Seeing similar genre games such as Blade and Soul and Black Desert coming up, obviously, yes. Korea already changed the honor output in 2.5. Would it not be wise just to offer double honor every weekend? Can definitely consider it, especially if XL has changed it. Maybe we can talk with them and see how they feel about it. They're kind of like, they get the final sign-off because it is their game. But yeah, I think you're going to see, I wouldn't say an increase in marketing, but you see marketing probably staying consistent with what it is. We like doing a lot more of the in-game fun stuff and events. I think since I've come on, we've started doing a lot more events. We've done Blood Currency. We've done the Double Experience one, which is the Endless Knowledge. There have been the seasonal events as well as the actual in-game active events. Seasonal events being like Halloween, Holotide coming up, or the more active events like Rum Runner Rapids. I can never say that quickly.
Oh, that was so awesome.
And the Blue Salt Festival. Both were examples of summer events. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of those types of things, and also the more like one-offs. The Power and Bound Grimoires one is a good one of like a one-off.
So Strauss, I have one question actually from in-game in ArcheAge.
Okay.
There's a guy that's asking here, I was supposed to ask you why the beep, they promised a reduction in RNG, yet we've seen no alternative achievement or advancements in that area.
Mm-hmm. So we're trying to, I mean, we're doing what we can to reduce RNG. It's definitely a push and pull because there's things we want to keep rare, and that XL wants to keep rare. But we have overall improved RNG or are trying to get systems to sidestep RNG. A good example of a new system that sidesteps the prior RNG is the guild shop for Prestige. It now offers cloaks, which are similar to the Aurora cloaks for a different stat path. Instead of you sitting there grinding your face off and hoping that you get RNG to hope to get a cloak, right? You know, hope to get a haunted chest, to hope to open the haunted chest, to hope to get a cloak. It is directly in the guild Prestige store. Buy it with Prestige. No RNG involved at all.
And then you have to grind until it's divine.
Yes. Yeah, then you have to like play the regrade game, which is completely separate.
Is there any discussion about the Hassler weapons, reducing the number of things you need to get those? Because the Obsidian weapons are far easier to get, and they're better weapons.
They're better weapons. No, you know what? There isn't. That you bring up a great point. That is a very good point. No, I haven't. We haven't had any discussions on that. I'll jot it down though. See what they think.
It would just be nice if it was more in line, like a stepping stone to Oblivion, and it's just ridiculous to, people would like some of them, but again, it's why go over there and grind for 150 when you can get far less and get Oblivion.
Yeah, in fact, I did
Obsidian.
I did the same thing when I was leveling up, because I'm I obviously just only started 3 months ago. I started playing the game, hit 50. Was like, I need an armor set, and I was like, oh, everyone says Hassel's pretty good. I didn't really think about the Obsidian armor set because I was still learning the way the power scales for endgame armor. And I started grinding Hassel tokens, and people were like, what are you doing? Like, go to Aurora and farm Obsidian mats. I'm like, oh, really? And I looked over at Aurora, grinded for like 2 hours. I'm like, wow, this is way easier.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy.
Yeah. Especially when the output is better.
You actually in the new update opened up for tier 2 and tier 3 hassles?
Yeah.
Yes, they are back.
It's like, yeah, no, I'm never gonna go back there. I have nightmares from that place.
Yeah, man, that was a long grind. I think we can just take that last question. Is are you playing on the new servers?
Am I playing on the new servers?
Any of you guys from the staff playing on the new servers?
All three of us are. In fact, we're going to be online tonight on Morpheus.
Okay, so Morpheus players.
Yep, we run the guild, the Harania Preservation Society. It's Caveat, Scheherazade, and Kirei. That's the three of us, and you'll see us online on the main ArcheAge stream. And I'm in faction chat usually, just like goofing around. But we're Eastern. We're on Eastern Morpheus. Again, we put up a poll to the Morpheus players, and we're like, we're gonna play on your server. What side are we playing on? What classes should we be? And the polls ended up being, you will play on the Eastern side, and you will all be archers.
Okay. So no one on the EU servers then.
None of us are on the EU servers right now.
Okay.
Not right now. I might drop by eventually, but my ping is going to be terrible because the EU servers are in Amsterdam. So
Oh, well,
every time I
there's
look at the EU
quite a few
servers,
Americans playing here.
well, I hear, yeah. Everyone keeps telling me, so I should drop by and start raising up a character over there as well.
You know where to find us.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you for having me here, by the way.
Thank you so much for coming. That's amazing. Kudos
happy
to
to.
community. That's
Thank
that's
you.
amazing.
Yep, just dropping around, just running around. I think everyone's going to keep seeing me more and more. You know, I obviously I'm on the forums and the Reddit, but I love dropping into streams and just chatting for a little while and hanging out. So, again,
It's much
thank you.
appreciated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely clears up a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So when will you
Trying
be
to.
streaming?
We'll be streaming tonight at 6 p.m. PDT. That's in about 3 hours from now, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Actually,
Well, I'll
2
be-
hours, 30 minutes on the main Trion channel. Please join us.
I'll be sleeping in Denmark then.
Yes. Most of you players have to sleep because we have to do it after work. 'Cause
Yeah.
we can't play the game during work hours. Yeah, the quickest way to stop playing games is to start making them.
I can imagine.
It is. All right, thank you so much, guys, and take it easy, all right?
Thank you as well.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
User disconnected from your channel.
There you have it, guys.
Well, that was unexpected.
It has connections.
Yeah. No, that was amazing.
Best thing ever. He doesn't
I
know
was-
EU, but he does know config gaming.
Of course, everybody knows that. Or everybody hates. I mean,
We've all-
everybody
You're
knows.
infamous.
So I was on the phone. How did he get here, or like, was there like a scheduled interview?
No. We were discussing something in chat about this new. Actually, me and Cal from chat were discussing the thing we discussed yesterday about the new update coming. If that's gonna actually nerf ping affected abilities, or it's gonna help them out. And while we were discussing that, Trion was in chat saying maybe I can answer that. And he asked if you can on TeamSpeak, and what to do.
Oh,
Well, I hope he heard us loud and clear on the Hassler stuff. That would be wonderful if they would reduce that.
yeah. I remember like when Hassler was the best thing to have. That was a
I can't see myself. I really, even if they go tier 2 or 3 or whatever they do, I cannot see myself going back there. Like, the carrot on the end of the stick must be so freaking huge for me to go
No,
there.
not for us, but like for players that are just
For
level
future
50.
players. Right, it would be really nice if they would just
Or
reduce
level 45, 50, you know? Those that don't, you have to be level 50 to become, to have obsidian gear.
Yeah.
And between the quest gear of Hasla and level 50 obsidian gear, there's like a very big gap. Hasla gear would fit perfectly there.
It's true. Yeah, it depends on how people play, of course. Because right now it seems like people are going from level 20 to 40 plus in a day. So I don't know. It
look trial chat if you can.
I'll chat. What's going on there?
But the grind to get tier 2 and get tier 3, holy moly.
Well, killing convict is not actually a crime, is it?
I'm a convict, I kill convicts.
You kill convicts as well?
Yes.
Huh?
That's why do you think nobody trusts convicts? They don't even trust themselves.
Apparently.
We always have like this little thing where we are somewhere mostly in sand deep. And when we are bored, we sometimes flag up on each other and stuff like that.
Actually, all his kills and his victims or whatever, they're from convicts.
No, Izana's from convicts, Stren.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we're losing so badly in Mist Merrill.